5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results. You remember?
Did somebody say day 7? I just did just now. Because we're back. Why are you surprised? It's a daily thing and it's a new day. So we're back. Again, kind of late in the day. The whole idea was like, this will be something I do the moment I get up. Like after you brush your teeth, and then you start the day after it. And it really has sort of been an afterthought still. And I'm always like that with new things I try. It just never. I'm not a morning guy. It would never be. Here's the main reason that was never going to work from the beginning. That I was never going to, in the morning when I wake up, immediately do it. In the mornings, I'm not awake. So if I don't wake up in the morning time, then there can't be a morning time to do things. I've got a schedule that does not represent my lifestyle. I've got very little going on, but I sleep like I'm the busiest person in the world. Like I'll go to bed at ridiculously late time, wake up ridiculously, as if like I'm doing shit. You know what I mean? It's not even the case. I need a new job. Like, burnt out already. I got like a expiry date on me. I'm like milk. I don't last long. And it's not even getting fired. Like, I've only actually technically, if we want to be technical about it, been fired from one job, which is my first job. The other ones I technically left, so I wasn't fired. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. But yeah, no. Only been fired from one. The rest I kind of was probably about to be fired, so I jumped rather than got pushed. But also, I just wanted to leave at the same time as well, because after my expiry date is 3 months, 3 to 5 months. Once I've been there for 3 to 5 months, I just want to go. And if I still want to stay, something will make me want to go. Like you'll get new management come in, and things just won't be as good as they were or whatever. So I need something new. But like I only want to start something if like I know I'll keep it for more than a couple of days, because I think the last few jobs I've had, I mean, one of them I did one shift. I took someone's name tag, and they need a new name tag now. Never went back in. And the other one, I think I did like a week or two. I'm just wasting everyone's time. I'm wasting my own time. I need to find something to do, and I'm actually stupid. Like, I gotta whisper this right now in case anyone's listening, but I turned down a very decent paying job that would have provided me money for at least the next 18 months. And it was with the BBC, so it was sort of in things I'm interested in. Not really. I more want to work for myself. But yeah, if I'm at my parents' home right now, and if they heard that I turned that down with nothing else on my plate, then they would be pretty angry. But when we're back on the boat, which should be soon-ish, it's just it's Christmas holidays, so I'm here. I can loudly talk about my weird career choices and lack of. I don't know. I just kind of realized I hate every single job that there is to do, which is just the standard jobs. And like retail is so just dependent on the people. If you're working with calm people, then it's cool. And I'm thinking, out of every job I did, the one I enjoyed the most, by far, working in the cinema, View, Leicester Square, sick. Because the people there, calm, chill, sick. I liked working with them. Even the managers, like I had a couple of arguments with them, but that's just bound to happen when you're getting told what to do and you're on minimum wage. That's what I liked about them, is you could have a bit of an argument, you could just disagree on something, and then next shift or next, like, it's fine. You know what I mean? That's what's like, arguing with a manager, and then like the first job I had, like arguing with a manager and then them calling you childish, acting like a child or whatever, because you're like, I guess, youngish, you're fresh out of school and you're doing a part-time job, and then treating you like a child and calling you a child at work because you're arguing with them. That's not the childish bit. to me. The childish bit is them then holding a grudge against you for the rest of your time working there and just giving you an awful time, an awful run at it. Like the first one I had, this short little wretched woman who looked. No, she didn't actually. That was someone else. But she actually looked fairly normal. I'd want to say she was hideous or something, but she was actually just a normal looking woman. Her defining feature was, she was Jamaican, I think. She was Jamaican, crazy. Yeah, she was Jamaican, and she was very short, very tiny. And that's always the way little Miss, what's the woman called in Harry Potter? Miss Umbridge vibes. Not really, actually. She was nothing like that. She was, as I said, Jamaican and rowdy, and little. And I'm part Jamaican. Didn't win her over in any type of way. And everyone else kind of hated her as well. Like even her friends there. I remember she had like a friend there, and I was changing like the slush puppy things with her, and she just spent the whole time when we're walking. There was like a 30-minute job just bitching about how she hates this woman, but then she's always loving it with her. So yeah, this is what most workplaces is like, just gossip really. Everyone hates everyone and just talks to you about it. And I disagreed with her a few times and argued to her a couple of times, and then so typically when you're at the cinema, you're like cleaning screens, that's or you're working behind the like concessions, but I never wanted to do that. So you're tearing tickets, you're cleaning screens, and you kind of divvy it up equally between you. If a screen comes out, it's going to clean. If two of you all go, if it's very busy, or three of you, all of you, or just one of you. And in the mornings, like she would always be there. She was at the manager, and there'd be like two of us, like two ushers, and every single screen that would come out, she would send me to it, and the other guy who was also my age would just sit there and she'd just talk to him. And then when I got back, the guy told me, while you were cleaning all of them like a little slave, black on black violence. That was she was just telling me, I'm making him do it all because I just don't like him. She just said that, like he wouldn't then tell me afterwards, and I was just like, damn. I mean, I thought that's what's happening, but then a part of me thought, you think that's what's going on here, but surely not. Surely not. She's not still mad because we had a little disagreement the other day. You can't hold grudge like in the work. Like, is that, come on? You know what I mean? You're making me do everything. And by the way, yes, she's a supervisor. She makes 50p more than me an hour, but she's also meant to be doing them, and she's doing zero. Like it's just poor, So yeah, but when I worked in the other cinema, that was the first. I've worked in a fair few cinemas, by the way. Cinemas. The view in Leicester Square, if you're from London. I mean, if you're not from London, you know Leicester Square type areas, like the most famous bit, sort of near Trafalgar Square, Piccadilly Circus, Tottenham Court Road, that whole area. And that one was sick. Shout out Joe, that guy. I got Justin as well. I'm not really good at remembering names. It's probably pretty much everyone I worked with. But I was always closing, and Joe would close a lot, so I ended up working with him quite a lot. Shout out Dale. I don't know if he's still there. South African. Just, it was just fine. It made going to work not so bad. Other jobs, Dan at IKEA, he was pretty safe. Umar, was it the first job? Shout out the real ones that you met along the way. Is anyone else? That might be it. That might be everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's everyone. Right now, work-wise, what we got going on? Not a lot. We got stuff. Like, I'm never at a point where I'm unemployed, but more or less, like, I'm doing extraing work, like films and stuff at the moment, and very sporadic. But let me tell you, when there is work, Zooey Mama, is it so much better. The first time, little insight on the extraing thing. Actually, the extraing thing, there's so much to talk about with the extraing, and when I'm doing it more consistently, it'll probably be the right time to talk about it then. Something I did mention earlier though, was how I'm just watching. The reason I'm so distracted right now is I'm just watching the dog, who has decided she wants to get up and leave, and I'm gonna have to get up and let her out probably, which is annoying because I'm kind of believe it or not, I'm kind of busy doing this right now. But yeah, here because it's like Christmassy time. I mean, now it's like the 29th. It's basically over. It's lead up to New Year's. But yeah, any day now, I'll probably head back to the boat hasn't got. I don't like people who name their vehicles or call their vehicles she. You know, oh, old girl or whatever. Oh, she's a beauty. Oh, old Nessie or something. It's just, I don't really like that. That's a bit, it's one step down from something unimaginable. We've all seen the TLC videos on people shagging their cars. And look, the people who really love their vehicle devices, their motors, they're not far off that probably. They're probably a couple shots away from doing the day. It's a horrid thought. I mean, it's also an animate object, so there's nothing really wrong or illegal about it, but, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? It's not something you'd want to walk in on. I was going somewhere with this, and now I've completely lost myself in this weird little spiral. Oh, yeah, the boat. The boat. So many things wrong with the boat. Do own a boat, and that's weird. I try not to talk about it. I don't want it to, it's when you have like a weird purchase or a weird job or a weird hobby or you're just weird. You kind of make it your whole personality. So I actively try to never mention it. But that being said, I mean, it's hard not. For example, all my money pretty much goes into it. Things always break on it, and soon as something breaks, and you'll fix it. And let me tell you right now, it won't be cheap. And then after you fixed it, guess what? You'll have about 2 days where you enjoy that until something else breaks. And it's never cheap stuff. It's never like like a door handle snaps, which is annoying, but you can just buy one for £20. It's always something vital. It's like what's providing you heat or water or power or the engine or something like that. You know what I mean? Is a ball ache. What I don't have on mine is like a big shit tank, which is what it sounds like, where all the shit and feces goes into, which is a massive tank under the boat, and you take it to like a petrol station for boats, and you like put this big tube onto the side of the boat, and it like sucks out all the shit. It's like it's disgusting. Look, it's boat life, right? I have one of those, which they're actually useful. They're actually good to have. But if that ever breaks or there's a leak, you can see where that goes wrong, and you can imagine how that would be not a great problem to have, like leaking shit and piss underneath your boat. Just shit and piss. You'll smell it before anything. Come here, man. Come here, dog. Come over here, because I'm not trying to get up right now. You can sit here for like how like I've got like 7 more minutes. Just sit down. Just sit down. Come on. Go on, get. There you go. But yeah, and with Christmas being around, I see a lot of people on Twitter. They were saying like once you're older, when you start to just want practical things as gifts. Right, do people want... I know when you're older, you start to get practical things as gifts, because you're not exactly going to get like Hot Wheels cars when you're 34. But do you want that? Like, yeah, you get socks and stuff, and that's just a thing you start to get when you're older. I didn't know that's something people was genuinely asking for, like drills and socks and L brackets. Like, it's useful, I guess, to an extent. Like, you always will need socks. You will always need... I don't know, you might need a drill, you get a drill. It's just boring though, isn't it? And with the boat, it's like, yep, I know you're here. Obviously, that's just a great source of things. So like Dale, actually, I mentioned him earlier, from the job I used to work at, big music fan, but music fan in the sense of like vinyls and stuff. And record players. So for him, it's so easy. And also, he just moved into a new place. It's so easy. If you're going to get him a gift, it's so easy. It's like, oh, something to go in this new place. He loves music, vinyls. And every single year, it's easy to get gifts from him, because like, he loves vinyls. Just get him a different vinyl. You know what songs he likes. And the boat's kind of the same. It's like an easy source of gifts. But obviously, I don't want that. You're not going to get someone like furniture or like a rug or something that they might not like and never use. So that leads to a lot of practical gifts, obviously like plates or taps or door handles or blinds or what I'm looking at over there, a window, you know, useful things, expensive a lot of the time, which you don't want to pay for, but it leads to Christmases. Like, you know, when you were a kid, and it's like it's a lose-lose situation, because if you ran downstairs and at the same time you opened up like a remote control car, would you be happier with that really in the long term? No. But at the same time, you know, it's just weird. You can never get it back. I think that's why that's probably the main reason people maybe have kids, just to live vicariously through them for Christmas. And maybe, you know, for Christmas anyway. You can kind of tell the way I'm going like this. I think I had one of these like this, on episode, I think it was 3, when I listened to it back. Just, I could tell, he was really scratching the bottom of the barrel. Didn't have anything to sort of talk about. Very similar today, very similar. And we're at 16 mins, and I'm like, nothing. And I'm like desperately scrolling to it, because I always do that if I can't think of anything. Like, tell me someone's just died. Like, I'm like, any celebrities just popped it? Anyone? No news. Great. I am truly screwed. No one in particular. You know, I'm not being evil about it. Well, that was something I could have mentioned actually, but it's a bit random now. I keep like teasing you guys with random little stuff. And I say you guys, I'm speaking into a void. But I keep saying I want to talk about stuff, and I don't. Anyway, look, there's gonna be days when you're just filling the quota. You're just checking the check mark. You're just doing it to keep the streak going, and you haven't actually got anything. And that's gonna happen. It's a daily. Like, there's 365 days in a year. They're not all gonna be bangers. You know, there's gonna be a lot of filler. So why do it, you ask? And I'll save that answer for another day. Thank you though if you actually made it this far. That is well impressive. Because I probably won't, even on the re-listen. Anyway, on to 8.
With the kids, and I had like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. He was like,